fast food because they can't catch it.
Roll high and subscribe.
So you guys are on this ship sailing well above in the clouds, above Trigard, and that's where you're at right now and then you have 6.
Well, we definitely need to find some more crew. Cultist number 3. Do you know where we might find some other crew members?
No, I
we can
don't.
hire.
Well, I was told to come here. I am somewhat familiar with the duties of a ship, but I don't really know I'm not your leader. Who do we report to? Me and Steward here. He points to Cultist.
Well, you make a good point. Let's get names for everyone. We're gonna be having to deal with the whole ship here. So, what's your name?
My name is Greek. This is Steward. This is Matthew. Hello. Matthew speaks like that. This is Thompson with no H. And those two over there are brothers, twins, Stive and Evite. Now, which one of you gentlemen is the captain? He's the one who gives the orders. You tell us where to go, and we will obey, and so on and so forth. But we are working for you, not King Lololo. That's very important.
Oh, of course. We give us a moment. We'll figure out how we want to sort this out. I am one of the potential captains, so why don't you guys find some space down below, get yourself settled in, and meet us back up on the deck in a couple of minutes.
Very well. They're slowly going to make their way down to the ship, to, I guess, the quarters downstairs.
All right, fellas. Who's a captain? Who's a cloud reader? Now, let's figure out some things.
I'm a robot.
Who's good at, like, Booter? You seem like the engines and that stuff is up your alley.
Sure.
So, Booterbot. So there are 5 crew.
Booterbot is definitely the start, right? The engines, reroute the power, refuel the ship.
Yeah, okay.
Tinker with crystals.
Yeah, the robot does these things. Tinkering with crystals.
Yeah, that's okay. Which means that you're gonna have important. That's funny. Okay, and okay, so we got Booterbot. Now you do have
Probably
the dwarf.
like maybe the cloud reader.
Yeah, read magical weather. Or their druid, absolutely.
Okay, so you're gonna be
Wind rituals.
Cloud Reader is
Rock.
the alien.
Chris,
Okay.
who are you playing right now?
Like Stag lends himself to the captain personality.
Yeah. Stag is the captain.
Leader.
We need a Stormhand, and we need a Thunderbrand, and then we need like 10 extra people so that we actually have optimal crewing.
Yeah, you'll have to pick up and negotiate.
Well, Thunderbrand is definitely Turgan. Alrighty. Well, I think like what Sprock said is the first order of business is finding more people so we can get to an optimal crew. As we're looking at our Skyship for Dummies handbook that was given to us by Dimly Accent.
I can tell you what you would learn from that for dummies.
Yes. Oh, here we go. That's what I was looking for.
So,
we
yeah, go ahead.
need minimum 10.
That would be the skeletal.
Now that gets us to a light crew.
Yeah.
Not optimal, but so we need at least 4 to 6 more to get to barely a crew.
You have a light crew right now.
No. Does that include us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then we have 11. So we're on a light crew. Okay.
Yep.
So we only need a few more.
Yeah. So with a light
And
crew,
we need food.
So with a light crew, you have your morale is at -1 every day. It goes down every day by 1. It's a scale of 5. So if you get down to 0, then when you do a morale check, the chances of a mutiny are a lot higher. But when you get too many crew, same thing. So you want to keep it,
Optimal.
Yeah. Anyway, we can address that later. All right, so what you get from the knowledge that you're going to receive from your book isn't much. It's essentially what you have there.
Yeah, that's what I was.
It's like the stat block.
Yeah.
But the crew members are familiar with some of it.
So Stag will, as they come back out, address them. Yes, we have made arrangements. I am Captain Stag, and he'll begin an inspiring leader speech. Yes, my name is Captain Seth Hartley. Let's do this right. And this over here is our cloud reader, Sprock, and our Skywrite, Booter, and our Thunderbrand, Turgan. Welcome to our crew. We are going to have a really enjoyable time, and we want to make sure that you are able and feel comfortable communicating with us any issues or needs that you might have, and any wisdom that you might know that we could benefit from. We are planning to get plenty of food and other supplies, so if there's anything any of you would need before we take off and journey into these beautiful clouds, now would be the time to make those arrangements.
They will say, okay, so let me get this straight. Listen up, boys. Thompson's going to say, whatever Stag says goes. Booter, we're here to assist you with your needs. Some of our men know the ship here. The Cloud Reader, the only thing I have to tell you about the clouds is they are deceiving sometimes, so be on the lookout for things. But be on the lookout. There are pirates. It's just similar to what you'd see in the ocean out there, but,
In the
we're in
sky?
the sky.
Like a sky pirate?
We have 17 aetheryte crystals on board. The engine runs off of these aetheryte crystals, which are harvested in the clouds. We need them to run. Every action, when the engine is asked to do something that's not normally done, it uses more of these crystals than we need. Firing our magical weapons uses the crystals as well, so we'll have to, in our voyage, figure out how to replenish the stock of crystals in order to move forward.
My question to the crew member is, assuming we don't do anything crazy or use it for firing weapons, how long will 17 crystals last us?
One crystal gets us about 100 miles or so.
Greek, you seem to know a lot about about airships in general. We do have one open spot, that position of command, that seems like you might be the right person for the job. What do you think about Greek being our storm hand here?
He can be your number 2, as long as, you keep an eye on him.
Greek says, oh, that's wonderful. Lads, that's how you make it. See, I told you. That's how you make it. You have to be honest and earnest and put a good day's work in, and you get promoted. Here. They all, let's see, there's only 5 of them, so we take 10.
Well, and at this time, Stag will end his inspiring leader speech and grant up to 6 people, with just the 6 cultists, 16 temporary hit points, and they are inspired.
He says, that's how you do it, boys. Here. And I rolled a 2 on this D10, so one of the crew members says, here. And the other ones points and feel inspired.
We need to get this boat loaded up with food and water and all the supplies that we need. Take a nice, enjoyable journey.
So Greek is the
storm hand.
Storm hand. So
Maintaining crew order.
Oh boy. That's hilarious. You heard it, boys.
Damage. Yeah.
You heard it, boys.
Intimidate lazy crew.
Oof. You heard it, boys. Get back to work now. Here, go. And you guys are sailing, and with your passive perception checks, you can see that the king has given you 2 ships next to you to sort of sail you out of the region with ease and protect you. And Jake, I guess you're going to be the one who's navigating.
So we're trying to find the Sky Kingdom, right?
We're trying to go to the Sky Kingdom because... Yeah, was it the White Skull?
It's the White Skull. There's rumor of that up there. With the Loxodon. Alrighty. Where do we find... Did Lolo tell us where to find the Sky Kingdom?
Where's it, man? Can I roll navigation?
So you know that you're headed... You see the water below you, Tri-Guard behind you. You're headed out over the water. You see open skies. And in front of you, you see these dark clouds that sort of make a belt around Tri-Guard that you're headed towards. And they are vertically very tall and very wide. And you see with your Arcana check a little lightning flashing inside those dark clouds. You are getting closer and closer, and the ships next to you are going to speed up a little bit, and blow their horn at you. And give me a wisdom check, Captain.
Nope, a 2. So 4 total.
You don't... These horn blowing, you don't pay any mind to it. And you see the ships go up close to the first gray cloud, and they turn around and they stop. So as you guys come up straight towards this gray cloud, you're going to... The horns on the 2 ships beside you are going to beep again.
Sprock, what do you see down there?
Don't head towards the 2 columns.
As you pass by the first one, you will feel static around you. And the dangers of it are not 100% clear. But as you get towards the middle, now you'll notice that there are more. All right, so you guys are slowly sort of making your way around these clouds and getting through seems somewhat easily. And out of your... Give me a perception check, everyone, group. This is so funny that you rolled this.
Natural 20 for 24.
A massive fairy dragon. About 100 feet away is a massive fairy dragon, and it looks to be chasing a ball of lightning. And it turns and it sees you.
I'll walk over towards the edge and start playing a little tune and what is it called? I'll start my counter charm as I wave and yell out, "Hello there, how are you doing this afternoon, evening?" and continue playing.
When I narrate this story, what I'm doing in this song, sir, it makes me feel more epic. What do you think? Da 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 da.
We could workshop that. I have a couple... I am a performer myself, so I have a couple suggestions that might make it more exciting. How about sparks? And I'll prestidigitation some sparks in the air.
It gets a little bit shocked. What magic do you have that gives you such power like that? You small creatures shouldn't be wielding such powers. For I, the Alfredo the Yellow. Have always wanted such powers for myself.
Oh, well, I heard if you need to learn it, well, you could be like me, and I went to college. I'm a bard. Or you could go to school and be a wizard and learn you the spell that I did those sparks with. You could learn that at a wizard school.
Go to
I think
school. Go to school. He's going to say, well, what have you gone to school, sir?
Oh, me? I went to college for my performance. I am, like, as I said, I am a professionally trained bard, singing tales all across the lands, but primarily in Artemisia.
Oh, what do you think about this song? He blows a strong blow, and this cloud slowly moves over, and the electricity is going to do some. Right before the dark cloud hits your deck, do you say anything? Do you do anything? You notice, yeah, it's coming. The wind that the dragon just blew is pushing this dark electric cloud towards you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna stand basically on the edge of the ship facing the cloud, and when it gets 15 feet, I will thunder wave it.
What direction are you thunder waving? Because the thunder wave is just a big thing of air that you're shooting.
Like
To the dragon?
So you guys are all going to have to roll initiative. Okay. Ow! Alfredo does not take damage from such crafts like this. Let's see what you are made of. I could use a snack, though. And the ship has its own initiative. The captain, you'll roll for that.
Okay. Are we ready for our initiative?
This is insane.
Oh,
Yep.
Wait. What is the ship's initiative? Just a flat roll?
Yeah.
I don't see a bonus. Okay.
Alfredo has an 18. Sprock, what is your
12.
Stag is a 7.
Booter's a 12. 7 is Stag. And the ship?
Ship is 18.
Ooh, tied with Alfredo. Ship goes first.
Ship attack.
Yeah, I mean, what do we want to have the ship do?
Start circling around. Give us an angle to shoot and a view of them. Or do you want to start going straight at them?
Gale lances, misfire nets, cloud pierces, or thunderbolt cannons. Thunderbolt cannons.
Oh, we put some nets on him. He'll fall all the way down.
The crew is going to go at 10.
At 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the damages it restrains.
Do we want him to fall, or do we want to just...
Well, if he falls, he's going to take a lot of damage. And we can get out of there.
All right, let's use the net.
Do you think that we need to run with this guy? I mean, I'm open to it.
I don't know. We can volley. But yeah, let's just circle at him. See what he does. See how tough he is. And we got our bomb if we need it.
So what's your move?
Yeah, the ship is just gonna start circling around in a fighting posture, moving at 60 feet. Shoot. Just keeping a steady cruise, keeping us out of any other dark clouds. That's the ship.
Okay.
I don't think we want to burn anything else right now, do we?
The only
Like,
thing is that do we want to burn some crystals on shooting this guy?
I'd say let's just see how tough he is first.
He is going to say to you, he's going to exhale a puff of euphoria gas. So he's going to say, that's it, Alfredo's had enough. And the dragon exhales a puff of euphoria gas at one creature within 5 feet of it. So he's going to fly over, and he's going to exhale directly at Booterbot, the one who did the shebang. And he's going to... You must succeed a wisdom save, a DC saving throw.
I got 13.
You
Then I have, wait a minute. I have,
Flash of Genius.
yes, I'm looking for it. Yeah, I have Flash of Genius to give myself +4, so now it's 17.
okay? So you pass. That was it. That's going to be his turn. So this big puff of dragon euphoria gas comes out, and it hits you, and nothing seems to happen. Your behavior seems to be normal, and the target can't take actions. Yeah, there's no negative here. So this gas just covers the ship in your area, and you're a little bit limited. It is Sprock's turn. Limited visually. You can't see a lot. That's all.
Can I put him in a... Well, he's already... Yeah, let's Thunder Wave.
All right.
Let's get him.
Roll. Right? What did he roll?
A 16.
Oh, then I guess that saves, right?
He still takes half damage.
Half of 9.
So we'll just say 5. Alfredo! It's Booterbot's turn.
I'll do a lightning bolt on him. Lightning bolt. So, as I've decided, is the way that I do this: unlock the chest plate and like overcharge the core of my robot self, and fire a lightning bolt out at him, and it is 30 damage.
He'll step within 30 feet of this dragon, and I will pick up my club, and I'll swing it in the air, and you see a bunch of other illusory clubs start swinging in the air all around him, and I'm going to cast Steel Wind Strike. And typically I can hit up to 5 creatures, but we only have the 1. So does a 25 hit this guy? So then he takes 26 force damage from these illusory clubs that come swinging around that materialize just as they hit him.
The dragon is bleeding profusely. Gosh.
And I'll turn to Booter, and
Alfredo is going to shrink down to his normal size. And he's going to say, Alfredo the Yellow is just hungry. Please, just a snack and I will let you guys go. Perhaps, please don't kill me. I'll answer a question or two for you, but I just need a piece of food. I'm starving. Don't kill me.
What do you eat?
Anything. I'll take anything. I love people food. You land dwellers have delicious foods.
I'll pull a ration out, and can you catch? And I'll chuck it as far as I can, which is not far, probably, with my horrible strength. I rolled a 2 for a 3. So it dribbles off the edge, barely gets off the deck.
He's going to swoop down, and with an 11 plus, he's got to get 15. Hey, with a 16! Gets it right at his tongue. Nom, 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 nom. Thank you so much. Now, for sparing my life, I will answer you one question. How can I help you? Please.
I think
us
the
fairy
big question
dragons
we
are
have
not
now
dangerous.
from someone who's flying through here is how might we find the Sky Kingdom with the Loxodon?
Loxodons? Years and years ago, I saw an island. This has got to be years ago. I saw an island in the shape of a tusk floating. It was...
Okay.
Before you go, I just want to say one thing to you, and that is a joke. Why don't dragons like fast food? Because they can't catch it. And he flies away.
Sprock, now we know we have a reference point. The Arctic shores.
Let's go towards the Arctic shores.
So let's roll out the map and start drawing and pointing where things are out with everyone, or with the officers, with Greek, with us while everyone else is working. So let's find these Arctic shores. Well, it looks like there's some snow up north. Maybe let's just head that way. We're right near Trigard now.
Let's say 1,010 crystals.
We only have 17 crystals. We don't have enough to get back.
Yeah, but you can mine them.
Yeah, well, let's figure out where we can mine some. Well, let's start heading in that direction and see if we can mine some crystals along the way.
All right. Well, you guys are stuck in this circle now, and you guys were headed away from Trigard, so you're headed, if you look at the map, you were headed north. As you guys are, that's been about 4 hours for that short break you wanted. You start seeing these cloud formations around you, very similar to that of the electric fields, dark clouds, really dark clouds. And they start to form the ship starts to enter, going straight, starts to enter a massive cloud formation, reveals itself with natural corridors like a maze. Pilots must navigate and risk getting turned around. There's a huge wall of dark clouds, and there's one, essentially a trail. I think the Artemisian forest, and it's just one massive trail of just darkness, dark clouds full of rain. And as you get there, it looks like the clouds are forming some sort of wall.
Does it look like if we go in, we'll be trapped inside of it?
Something magical about this, obviously. These clouds are forming this large labyrinth structure. It looks like up ahead of you, there's a left. Below you, you see the sea. Above you, you can see, I guess it would be night. It's starting to set, the sun. You can see up above you, clear skies, all the way up with these large walls of clouds with those electric pulsating around you. It seems, as you get towards the entrance and the clouds start to form around you, it doesn't seem like a dark thundercloud, nor a light and wisp like the white clouds that you normally see. None of this, it does seem, however, built and architecturally. Towers of vapor spiral skywards like cathedral spires. Long corridors of mist extend into the horizon like hallways made of fog. There's a stillness in the air. You guys feel this eerie stillness.
This place seems worth checking out, maybe. Maybe we slow down a little bit so we don't accidentally run into a wall. We have time to do the hard turn if we need to. Yeah, let's try and slow us down a little and then maybe check out what's in here.
All right. Reducing the impulse power.
All right.
Thank
so
you.
You guys come to it. The Greek is going to say, what would you like for us to do, Captain?
Just hunker down a little bit. Just make sure nothing's loose on deck and be ready.
Okay. Aye, aye. So what are you guys doing? You guys going straight in?
Yeah.
Okay.
YOLO.
And gently.
That's hilarious. Okay, every 10 minutes. So Jake, give me a wisdom save. Survival.
22.
You're able to articulate, and you see that it's hard to navigate. Everything seems to be awfully familiar as it gets around you. You do get a sense that keeping your direction is important here. You have a hard left coming if the ship continues to go straight.
Well, I mean, are we supposed to slow down and make it regular left or not?
Make it less hard. I mean, we're going impulse speed now.
So are this. Yeah, I guess if you're going super.
Can we slowly paddle our way through.
Hard turn is DC 15 Dex check to dodge. Fail is 1d10 damage.
Yeah. But I think you're going so slow that you wouldn't need to use the power of it. But you will need to use the crew though to do.
Okay.
As you guys get to the corner, you will have to roll. I guess it's going to be a dex. The whole crew is going to have to do it. They still have your plus.
They have that's temporary HP, and they still have it. Yes.
Okay. Ready for you, Captain.
Alrighty. Let's slowly ease this old girl around this bend.
They're all gonna pull the sheets as hard as they can, and the crew is going to roll a 14 strength check.
Yes.
And they're gonna lean back, and they're gonna do it, and they're gonna succeed, and the ship is gonna turn around the corner. And as you guys start going forward, Booterbot, roll me a D20.
17.
The ship hits a patch of clouds, no shit, with a strange resistance. Suddenly, everyone is smacked with invisible soft pillows. Poof. Poof. And you hear the noise. Ognot. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Let's see. Jake, give me a perception check. You see the shadows when the electricity flares up in one of the dark clouds. You see the outline of a large being. Ognot. And then your bodies feel the hit of invisible pillows. You guys are coming up towards the next turn. As you get there, the clouds thin, the walls thin down, making it tighter. You can smell and sense the clouds are full of what tastes like rain to you.
Beautiful up here. Just keep it steady, Greek. Keep everything just like how you're doing it. I'll keep pushing on.
There's another hard turn coming up.
Yep, this one, I think we're going to have to use our ability. Alrighty, everyone. Got a bigger hard turn coming up. Hold on.
That's clear. So now the ship is going to take D10, 1D10, and hit. Well, you're lucky it got a 1. 8D6. Oh, boy. Word, yo. We're up to you.
And it's
37.
Weakness is lightning, so it's doubled.
74. This cloud explodes. Raindrops everywhere. And the ship is... Pieces of wood go flying off. The ship comes to a halt. The crew says, "What is happening?" Greek says, "Get back to your stations, men. Grab those clouds. Grab those ropes." And Chris, roll me a D20.
A 15. Now I roll well.
10 goblins on rickety gliders launch from where they are from. So you peer around the corner as the ship gets a big bang. You look to your right, and you guys all see some movement. And let me get Goblin. 10 goblins on small little gliders coming down the other way. The other hallway, essentially, of the cloud area. And they're on rickety gliders. And they're yelling skywrites. And they're hurling bombs made out of beehives. Roll initiative. Stag, what are you going to do?
So Stag is going to look out into the center of where these goblins are and reach out his hand, start playing a tune, and a little disco ball starts to form in the middle of the air. I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern right in the center of all those goblins. If they're within a 30-foot cube. And this disco ball starts to spiral and swirl and spark out colors. And each of them needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Any who fail become charmed. And while charmed, they're incapacitated and have a speed of 0.
Oh my god, they're terrible. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is going. Wow, yeah, not 20, which makes it a 19. So this guy is fine. 2 gets a 9.
Fail.
So 3 also fails with an 8. Their wisdom is not very high. The goblins, this guy is going to just go straight. And how long are they mesmerized?
They're incapacitated for a minute.
These 2 are going to throw their bombs made of beehives. They're going to shoot 2 at the ship. And does an 8 hit the ship? Boom, boom. These beehives hit the ship. 1 lands on the deck, and bees flail around and fly off. That is going to be the goblin's turn. Booterbot, you're up.
All right. I'm going to take my laser pistol out of my holster. So it does 3d6 radiant damage. Shoot, I get a 20.
Okay, those both, yeah, they both hit.
Yeah, I do 10 damage.
This guy, with one of them, the driver is going to fall off, and the ship is going to start heading down.
And then I'll shoot the other best person for me to shoot, like driver, I guess. So for that one, I rolled a 9. I don't know if that hit.
That does not hit.
Yeah, I'll do the second plague. Constitution saving throw. Roll it.
8.
Forming locusts filled with rage descended on them.
One of them drops dead and falls off. The driver, another one, falls off, and the gunner is trying to make a dex save, and that's another fucking fail. Wow. And this guy is gonna go crashing down below into nowhere. Okay, the ship's turn. You have one guy is dead, another one is falling down. These guys are going to be, if crashing into the wall, I don't think they're going to survive the crash.
Try to keep avoiding the walls.
As you sail into the open area, you're going to see these goblins. They're going to take, well, it's like they don't even have a dex save because they're flying blind, right? They only have 7 hit points, so they're all going to take. You get to the opening here. You're in the middle of a labyrinth. We're going to roll one more encounter, and as that encounter comes, we're going to end for the evening. You come across, and then as you make your turn, you see a ship, and on the right side of it, it's yelled in red lettering. It says, "Mary Minnow." And you see some people on board. They're all dressed in weird clothing. And we're all sort of like sleeping and resting, and they all sort of stand up and look at you. And one of them has a hat and is also a Minotaur. I'm sorry, a Centaur. And I will spend the next 2 weeks world building that guy's story. That's where we are going to call it for the evening.
Roll high and subscribe.